I'm Sarah Borkson-Keto here at the Hay Adams Hotel in Washington, D.C. for NAREIT's 2019 CEO Forum and Advocacy Day. Joining me today is Tim Pire, Director of the Applied Real Estate Investment Tract at the Graskamp Center for Real Estate at the Wisconsin School of Business. Welcome, Tim.
Thank you, Sarah. Great to be here.
As a former portfolio manager at Heitman, what are some of the key lessons that you wish to impart to your students that are involved in the AREIT program?
I think from a portfolio management and investment perspective, there are several lessons. One is to be disciplined. To be a disciplined investor means you have to have an investment philosophy, you have to have an investment process, and you have to stick to it over time. The second thing is you're an investor, so you're taking risk. You have to be able to take risk if you're an investor. There are very few riskless investments, and investing in REITs involves risk. I think the third thing that I learned was you have to be able to adjust as you learn information. Don't be so stuck on an investment thesis that you can't change when you learn something new. When new information comes in, you have to make a new decision. And the final thing from Heitman that I want the students to learn is the REIT industry is a huge industry. You know, when you look at the market value of what REIT owns in the U.S., it probably is close to $2.5 to $3 trillion. There are plenty of opportunities whether you're on the buy side in REITs, the sell side, or working for a REIT. And one of the things I really want the students to understand is the structure of the REIT market and to look at REITs for opportunities.
And what are some of the ways that the Graskamp Center is working to increase the diversity of young professionals that are considering real estate as a career?
We look at diversity from several different perspectives. And we do it from the Graskamp Center, but we're also doing it from the student perspective. And we look at diversity in terms of, one, diversity of thought. We want to make sure we have diverse people coming in with different thoughts and different processes in terms of how they view the world. Two, we want to be ethnically diverse. And third, we want to be, from a gender perspective, diverse. And so if we look at the Graskamp Center, there's a board that helps run the center and take advantage of some of the programs. And we want to make sure that we have a diverse members to the board. So again, we're trying to expand in terms of probably more now, more ethnic diversity and more gender diversity at the board level. Now, from a student perspective, Wisconsin is launching an MS program, a Master of Science in Real Estate. So it's a one-year program for undergraduates or someone who's looking at real estate as kind of a career change. And in that MS program, as we go out and start to recruit for the program, we are very focused on making sure we have a diverse student population.
And looking ahead, what do you see as some of the main factors impacting the REIT industry, and how do you prepare your students to react to those things?
I think there are going to be two main factors that really impact the REIT industry over the next 10 years or 20 years. And one of the first ones is technology and how that continues to change how people use space. And we see it running through a number of the different sectors, really all the different sectors, whether that's retail with e-commerce, whether it's industrial and how it's impacted by robotics and e-commerce, or just co-working space and how that relates to office. But it's going to impact every sector. And I try to tell the students, don't be stuck in how you see space today. It's changing. Look around you. Don't just think an office building has always been used this way and this layout for 50 years, because it's going to change. So be prepared for it and look around. The second thing is, I think one of the things REITs are going to have to adjust in the Tax Act in 2017, opportunity zone funds. There is going to be capital moving around the real estate industry to areas both in urban markets and exurban markets and rural markets where capital is going to invest primarily in real estate, but in other capital-intensive areas, which may shift kind of the supply and demand of markets. You look at the city of Chicago, the opportunity zones are, near the city, on the south side and the west side. They're going to attract tremendous amounts of capital, and this is going to be happening across the country. So we may see the shape of cities change over time in terms of where people live and work.
Tim, thank you so much for joining us today.
Sarah, thank you for having me on. It was a great pleasure.
And for more news and information on all things to do with REITs, be sure to visit REIT.com.